Refreshing stories. My name is Hiroshi. I work at a regular company as a regular salaryman. Sorry for laughing out of nowhere. It's just that recently, my dream home that I built very specifically to every corner was finally completed, and I just finished moving into it. So because of that, I'm in a very excited mood.
What is it? You're grinning so much.
Well, I was just thinking it's finally finished. Our one and only love nest.
Aw, silly Hiroshi.
This is my wife, Aoi. I met her through work since we were in the same office. And when we got married, she resigned at the same time. Now she works a part-time job while supporting me at home.
I know I shouldn't be complimenting ourselves, but we really did work hard for this, didn't we? From the little things to the big things, we saved where we could and planned it all.
We did, but that's all thanks to you, and how dedicated you were to the budget every day. Thank you, really, Aoi.
But it's all thanks to you for working so hard at your job, you know? Thank you too, Hiroshi.
Oh, that reminds me, Aoi. Tomorrow's the weekend, so let's go to the home improvement center and buy a few things there, like soil and fertilizer and seeds.
That's true. Wow, I'm so excited. What should we grow in the yard? It's September now, so lettuce and bok choy and maybe some spinach?
When it comes to root vegetables, it's also the season for onions and potatoes. We made the yard spacious so that we could have our own home garden. So let's plant everything that we want to grow.
Yeah!
Our hobby as a couple, just as we were talking about now, was gardening. Actually, our number one objective with building this house was to have a spacious yard where we could grow vegetables and flowers. The next day, we took our excited selves and headed towards the home improvement center, and we bought various tools, stones, fertilizers, and seeds for our home garden, and got straight to work creating a little field in our yard. All right, last thing is to make the ridges, and, well then, let's start planting the seeds.
Yeah!
The two of us were fully focused on creating our field. We spent the entire day adjusting it, and right around sunset time, we were finally able to finish planting all of the seeds. I hope you grow big and tall, our little vegetables.
I can't wait until we can collect them. Well then, why don't we make dinner soon?
Yup. That night... What's that sound? A car? Is a biker gang driving around this area? Well, whatever. I'm tired from gardening, so I'm going to sleep. The next morning... I slept so well today. Great weather again today. Perfect conditions to have a home garden. Let's go straight to the field and...
Ah!
What? What was that? What's the matter, Aoi?
Hiroshi, look at that! Our yard, our garden!
What? What the heck is this? I was so shocked that I raised my voice. I couldn't believe it, but parked right on top of our brand new garden was a red sedan that we had never seen before. The seeds that we planted in specific locations were scattered about, and the soil that we carefully laid out was all messed up. I couldn't wrap my head around what happened, and all I could do was blankly stare at our yard that was ruined. But then... pressing buttons. Well then, off to work I go. What? Hey! Wait a minute, you! Whoa! What the hell are you doing, old man? That's dangerous. I should be the one asking you. But actually, there are a lot of things I want to ask you. First of all, who the hell are you? Second of all, why did you park your car in my yard? Huh? I live in the apartment building next door. My name is Ochiai. Wait, what? So this was your house? I thought it was just open land. No matter how you think of it, it's clearly personal property. Either way, even if it was open land, you know you can't just park anywhere without permission. Oh, is that so? Well, I didn't know. Actually, my girlfriend always comes over at night in her car, so there just aren't enough parking spaces in the lot. Anyway, old man, will you let me borrow this spot tomorrow and onwards too? Sorry, I don't really understand what you're saying. Obviously not, but also, I never let you borrow it yesterday or today in the first place. Plus, this spot was a garden that my wife and I spent hours building. The soil and the seeds are all a disaster. What are you going to do about it? Garden? Are you serious? That's such a sad suburban thing to do. You have all this land. Why would you use it for something so lame like a garden? If you keep my super luxury sedan parked here, that's a much better use of this space, isn't it? That's none of your business. Anyway, You better not park your car here without permission anymore. Yeah, sure, fine. You're so annoying. Well then, I need to get to work, so bye-bye. What? Wait! That bastard!
We worked so hard to plant those.
We still have some seeds and fertilizer left over, so let's replant them for now. That guy named Ochi or whatever, I'm sure he won't park it here again after the earful I gave him.
Yeah, I guess so.
We were both upset, but we picked up the rakes and once again plowed the messed up soil and replanted the seeds. On top of that, just in case, we pasted no trespassing signs on orange cones and left them at the front of the yard. However, the next morning, you've got to be kidding me! To my disbelief, from that day, Ochi started parking his car repeatedly in our yard. Even though we put up multiple ropes and doubled the number of cones, we even put a mannequin there like a horror movie. That guy simply ran over all of them and continued to park his car on our carefully crafted garden.
Ugh, come on. What is with that guy? Every single day he stomps all over our garden and destroys it. He seriously gets on my nerves.
No matter how many ways we try to defend it, he doesn't care at all. At this rate, no matter how long we wait, we won't be able to build our garden. What are we supposed to do?
Maybe we just need to build a greenhouse. Surely he wouldn't try to knock down a greenhouse.
I see. A greenhouse. That might be a good idea. And so, on our next day off, after doing a lot of research, we went to a company that builds greenhouses for a consultation. I see. So you would like to build a greenhouse in your own yard. By the way, how big would you like for it to be? We want to grow all kinds of vegetables, so we would like for it to be as big as possible. Our yard has an area of about 80 square yards, and we can use all of that to the edges. Your yard is quite large, isn't it? Did you build your house from the beginning with the idea to build a greenhouse? Actually, we were originally planning on making it a garden, but we ran into a little trouble, so we were thinking of building a greenhouse and installing planters to grow them. I see. In that case, how about this design as a base? And we can customize it to your requests. What do you think? Oh, this looks great! If we can, then I'd like to connect the water supply and put a faucet here.
Hey, Hiroshi, I also want a place where I can store the tools and the seeds.
Great idea. All right, we're going to customize it with everything we want. At first, we were thinking of placing a greenhouse there that you can easily put together. But as we were listening to Mr. Nonaka, we got a little too excited, and we ended up deciding to do construction from underground and build a formal greenhouse in our yard. A few weeks later, the construction finally started. Well then, we'll officially begin the construction today. We talked about this when signing the contract, but we're planning for the construction period to be about 2 months. Yes, thank you very much. You better watch and weep, Ochi. After stomping all over our garden over and over, we'll make it so you can never park here again. As I was chuckling at the thought, the construction was steadily going by. That day, we finished digging the hole to prepare the groundwork and ended construction there for the day.
Wow, the hole's pretty deep.
You're right. This will definitely make an amazing and sturdy greenhouse. Aoi, it'll be dangerous if you fall in, so don't get too close.
Yes, sir. By the way, that guy named Ochi, do you think he'll come park his car again today?
No, surely today of all days he won't. Plus, we have all of these warning signs that the construction workers left behind for us. Plus, we've dug up the entire yard, so there's no space left to park anyway.
That's true. You're right. Now we can finally start our home garden dreams. It took a little longer than expected, but I'm so excited.
I know, right? Although, to be honest, I wish I could invoice that guy for all of these construction fees.
Thanks to all of our savings from before, we still have some financial leeway, so we can just think of it as some good shopping, don't you think?
Well, that's true. More importantly, we did all of this to create a proper facility, so I want to grow not only vegetables, but also some fruit. Let's do some research and see what we can grow.
Yeah!
After we finished eating dinner, Aoi and I were so focused that we ended up staying up late and looking into recommended fruits for home gardens. When suddenly...
Oh dear. Hiroshi, we should really get to bed soon.
Whoa, you're right. This was so much fun I lost track of time.
I know, right? We should leave it at this for tonight.
It was at that moment I thought I heard the sound of a car engine, followed by a huge crashing sound echoing from the yard, as though something large had fallen into the hole. What was that?
That was so loud. Did it come from outside?
We panicked and ran outside when... what the hell is this? Hey, are you kidding me? You bastard! What have you done to me? I'm not sure I fully grasped the situation here. Basically, you tried to park without permission on our property again, but then you fell into the ground. Is that right? That's right! As if! What the hell is this hole? Well, you kept parking your car in our yard day after day. It was really troubling us. So after we gave it some thought, we decided to build a big greenhouse right here on our yard. Where you just fell into is the hole that we dug to lay down the foundations of that greenhouse. You bastard! You set up a trap, didn't you? What do you mean a trap? I really didn't think that you would actually fall in. We have all of these construction signs up, so I wouldn't expect anybody to ignore them and force their way in. Shut up! Shut up! Anyway, because of you, my car is completely messed up! I still have a loan left on it too! What have you done to me? Can you stop blaming others for this? You ignored our multiple warnings, and you even ran over the signs and forced your way in. And then, you fell into the hole. That's your own responsibility, isn't it? That would be none of my business. Please, if you can build your own house, that means you must have some money, right? I had my hands completely full with paying off the loan on this car, so I haven't got any car insurance on it. Like I said, that's none of my business. Oh, anyway, at this rate, I'm not going to be able to do construction tomorrow. So we'll be calling a tow truck and have them take it away for us. And by the way, we'll be invoicing you for the tow truck. You better be ready. No way. Well then, half. I'll settle for half, so please, pay half the repair costs. You're so annoying. If you don't cut it out already, I'm going to call the police. No, you can't call the police! Well then, I guess you have no choice but to give up on this car. For the record, you're the one that continued to park your car without permission on private property, so you need to take responsibility for what you've done. After that, I immediately arranged for a tow truck. We stayed outside until the car was fully removed, but he must have driven into that hole with quite the speed, because the hood of the car was completely smashed up. As for Ochiai, he got out without any injuries, which was good, but in the end, he was laid out on the ground in a pool of his own tears. A few days later, I tried to collect the payment for the tow truck from Ochiai, but he refused to pay it. I had no other choice but to go through a lawyer and send the paperwork to his office. And then he very quickly made the payment. A lot happened, but I'm glad we somehow finished it.
Seriously, at one point, I really didn't know what was going to happen.
I'm sure that guy won't be parking his car in our yard anymore. Now we can finally relax and enjoy our lives. Isn't that... Damn it! Why is this happening? I still have a loan left on the car, but then my girlfriend found out that I went past my limits and took out a loan just to buy the sedan, and now she dumped me. This is too much. What does she mean? Are you serious? You bought that car with a lawn? How pathetic. Barely anyone could buy a car in one payment. If this was going to be the result, then I should have just rented a parking space from the beginning. Well. This is what happens when you trouble other people for your own convenience. To all of the viewers, this is a reminder not to enter private property or to park your car there without permission. You'll be causing an inconvenience to the property owner, and you never know what kind of unimaginable tit-for-tat you may fall victim to. Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. And if you have time, please check out our other videos as well. Alright then, see you next time. Bye.